Okay, because this is so quick, I'm just going to do like an overview of this tab and then talk about the formulas all in one video. So I'll stop partway through and let you know if you're not interested in hearing about the formulas that you can stop the video and move on to the next one. So this is the reference do not edit tab. So this one was a little tricky because we wanted to have multiple weeks available for teachers to pull students so that you didn't have to wait until Friday to pull for the next week. That you could, again, pull like 2 weeks in advance. That's why we have those three tabs, the three weekly tabs, viewable at a time. The problem with that is if we have all of this living data and we have all of these formulas that reference cells, we don't want to have to go and change the formulas to reference a different tab. So for week one, we want the formulas to reference the data from week one. But then when it's week one is over and it's week two, we don't want to have to go through and change every formula to now reference the week two tab. So the workaround is that we have this reference tab. So for the admin or whoever is doing spreadsheet maintenance on Saturday, after your attendance script has been run, if you are choosing to do attendance, if not, then just any time over the weekend, you will need to use this drop down menu and change to the next week. So I've only coded in 3 weeks on this example, but if you had more weeks, you could, keep going down to week 36. So you can change it to week two. That's going to do a couple of things. It's going to change the date of the Monday to week two, that the next following Monday, and then I'm sure you noticed that all of these pulls changed. So this is now referencing the week two tab that teachers have edited. So all of these things are from week two. So these are not formulas themselves, they come from week two. And so we could change to week three and we'll see another change. So it's a new week and all of these polls have changed. So every time that we reference this data, it's not referencing it from the weekly tabs, it comes from this sheet. So the only maintenance that you have to do at the end of every week is use the drop down menu. Okay, and if you want to stop listening, you're not interested in the formula and how this works, then stop listening now. You can turn the video off. But if you are curious, it's very simple. It's called indirect. It's an indirect formula. And so what indirect does is it takes a cell and it makes it text, which I know that sounds kind of weird, but I need to reference this sheet, a sheet that is called week three, or a sheet that is called week one. So the way that you normally reference a different tab in a formula is you put apostrophes around it. So you do apostrophe and then the name of the tab and then another apostrophe and then an exclamation point. So I am now saying that I want to give the apostrophe, like type an apostrophe, and give me the indirect from B1. So it's going to take like the cell from B1 and put not B1, but it's going to put that text. So it's going to say week one, week two, whatever's in the drop down menu, and give me another apostrophe and an exclamation point. And then I also want to combine that with my range. So this would be the same thing as saying equals week one, A3 through O1000. So it's going to do the same thing as typing that formula in, but for administrators who may not be comfortable with formulas to do spreadsheet maintenance, it's easier to just have it in the drop down menu. That's something that I think everybody can be successful at. And then this formula will pull the data